Many of us will spend hours removing weeds from our garden to give our vegetables and herbs the best possible chance to grow well. You can then compost these weeds or burn the worst ones, but did you know that some of the most common garden weeds are edible? Make sure you never eat anything that you're not 100% certain of, as some weeds are poisonous or can be easily confused for poisonous varieties. Avoid picking them from areas that have been sprayed with chemicals or are close to sources of pollution, such as roadsides, and always make sure you wash them thoroughly before using. Dandelion is the scourge of every lawn perfectionist and is one of the most distinctive weeds, with bright yellow flowers followed by pom-pom-like seed heads. They grow prolifically, appearing in lawns and pavement cracks. They have long, delicate taproots which make them difficult to eradicate. Dandelion greens can be eaten raw or cooked in salads or in soups. Either pick off the leaves as they appear, or as you weed, harvest the whole plant, root included, saving the leaves and disposing of the rest. The flowers are edible too and taste best when they are young. Make sure they are clean and free from bugs by soaking in a bowl of water. They look great whole or shredded in a salad or as a garnish to soup, and they can also be made into a dandelion wine. Chickweed is an annual wild edible that grows in many locations, and as hard as it is, chickweed is quite delicate. It can be easily distinguished by looking for fine hairs on only one side of the stem in a single band. It creeps and spreads across the ground, which makes it easy to harvest by just pulling up a clump with your hand. All parts can be eaten. Add raw young stems and leaves to salads, or use it in sandwiches as you would do for cress. If adding it to cooked dishes, add during the last few minutes of cooking to preserve its delicate texture. Whether you know it as lamb's quarters or fat hen, Chenopodium album is an annual weed which is a purifying plant helping to restore nutrients to poor soil. All parts of the plant except the roots are edible, but this weed contains oxalic acid, also found in rhubarb leaves, which can cause stomachache in large amounts, so it's best to use it sparingly. Stinging nettles are familiar to most gardeners, if only because of their powerful stinging properties. The sting is caused by a series of tiny hollow hairs which have a small swollen base filled with formic acid. When the hair tip pierces the skin, the acid makes an annoying itch or burning sensation that can last from several minutes or longer, so you should always wear gloves and keep skin covered when working with nettles. The leaves, stems and the roots are all edible, but the young leaves which appear in spring are the best to use, having a spinach-like taste. Due to their stinging properties, never eat them raw. Instead, they can be cooked like spinach or made into a delicious nettle soup or pesto, and they can be dried and stored for later use. Nettle beer can be brewed from the young shoots, and add young leaves to boiling water for nettle tea. They also make a nutritious plant feed for your veggies. See our video on making your own homemade plant feeds. Ground elder is a tough weed, outgrowing almost anything else which might grow near it. It's a clever plant, spreading by seeds and a series of spaghetti-like underground runners. Mature leaves have a strong, unpleasant taste, so it's not recommended. Instead, choose the youngest, freshest shoots, preferably ones where the leaf hasn't yet unfolded. Fry them in a little oil and serve as a tasty side dish, or use them with some nettle tops and mushrooms to make a tasty pasta sauce. Weeding need never be a chore again. Instead, you can weed your way to a free lunch and discover new ingredients to go with the tried and tested produce that you've lovingly grown. What other suggestions do you have for using weeds in the kitchen? Share them with us by leaving a comment in the box below and click the subscribe button to receive more great gardening videos.